Welcome to Stage Door with Michael.
And Divina. No, I'm Michael.
And I'm Davina, and we're going to be bringing you lots of exciting and interesting people from across the theatrical world.
Yes, basically, we're hanging out at stage doors to meet all of your favourite theatre stars.
Oh, yeah, we are. And we're getting all the news and gossip from what's happening in the theatre world and with them to try and get to know what makes them tick and how they got where they are.
Yes, today I'm very excited because this is one of my brothers joining us on the pod, and he's written Collabro's best member. It's Matt Pagan.
Woo!
I don't know how
You
that
did.
got. I didn't know
For anyone who's just listening, Matt's written on his Zoom name, Collabro's best member. Or it's just happened to be.
that. It
They knew
wasn't
you were
me.
coming on. Davina, did you do
Um,
that?
I don't know anything about Matt's member, so I could not possibly comment.
Oh dear, here we go. Right, it's early in the morning. We are mid-tour, but we are going to crack straight on. So, Davina, over to you.
Well, we are. So obviously, lovely Matt, you've been in Collabro and Collabro won Britain's Got Talent back in 2014, which I can't believe it's so long ago now. 12 entire years. That's wild, isn't it? But for those that don't know, tell us about where you grew up and how you got into performing.
So I was born in Carlisle, Cumbria, and I was part of a musical theatre, just a youth theatre. Absolutely loved it. I kind of just fell into it really. There was lots going on in and around Carlisle, doing different things. I just loved the idea of doing musical theatre. Um, so that was literally all the experience I'd had up until that point. Was I actually played the trumpet when I was younger. Not I didn't sing at all. I was in the orchestra at our school. I then joined this youth theatre. Loved it. Did various auditions for different things. I ended up getting a job in Spain, in a contract in a hotel, and then I did the pubs and clubs circuit for about what 10 years, just in and around Cumbria. So I did the pubs and clubs, went to Spain, and then as soon as I got back from Spain, joined Collabro, and that was it. That was kind of
Wait,
all the
h-
experience.
how old? I don't understand this. You don't look old enough to have done 10 years before you then joined Collab. You must have been doing the pubs and clubs when you were like 14.
That's correct.
There
Yeah.
we go.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I mean, it probably wasn't. It was probably more like 7, 8 years, I would say, actually,
Right.
in pubs and clubs. But I was 14 when I started doing the pubs.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
just
is.
just me and my dad doing my sound and lighting and everything. He travelled everywhere with me, took me everywhere. But yeah, did quite a few years doing that, and then here we are.
So on the trumpet, what was your favourite thing to play?
Oh, good question. Either the Star Wars theme tune
Oh, good choice.
or, and this is complete opposite end of the scale, the Wallace and Gromit theme tune.
What's that?
Joyful.
When was the
Those are
last time you
both
played the
good
trumpet?
choices.
Like, could you pick it back up now, do you reckon?
Where I got drunk a couple of Christmases ago and got the trumpet out. Um, I can still play it, just not to where I was years ago. But yeah, I can still play it.
Well, obviously, those 7, 8 years in the pubs and clubs led you to the Collabor audition. We won the show, as everyone knows. Lots of people already know our journey. We will talk about that a bit later. But right now, we are on tour. We're on the Harmonies tour. We're actually mid-tour as we're recording this, but it will probably go out after the tour's finished. So what I want to know is, how have you found it so far? And what are you going to be doing for the final 5 shows? What are you hoping happens?
Um, Loving it so far. Absolutely loving it. I think there's something different about just the four of us with a piano, and in cathedrals, the sound is just unbelievable. So I think that's a part of it that I'm really enjoying at the minute. It makes it easy for the sound guy not having to put as many effects on being in a cathedral. You know what I mean? So that's fun. The next 5 shows, I would love to, because we're quite a bit into the tour now. I'd like to learn the lyrics.
I agree. For myself,
I,
not for you.
I've struggled a little bit with because we don't do this all of the time at the minute. Going into a tour, I would like to learn the lyrics to absolutely everything and know that's what I'm doing. You know what I mean? We've got 5 shows left, so maybe by the last one, who knows?
Davina, just to give you context, in the last show that we did, we literally started a song and Matt had to almost stop because he was like, I don't even know what I'm singing.
No, but can I tell you why? Right, we've got loads. Michael, how many candles are there on tour with us?
Oh yeah, there's almost 200 candles, I think,
There's
on the
almost
front of the
200
stage.
candles. One of them was broke, right?
Oh,
So at the start of this song, I see it.
They're
I'm
not
not.
real.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not thinking about the song. I'm thinking about this candle that's broken. It's really annoying. So I forgot
you failed
what's
the
on.
To
distraction
be fair, I did the
test.
same thing. Did you see the one? So they're obviously battery powered candles. There was one that was much dimmer than the others, and it was really frustrating me. The massive one, I think it was right in front of you. But you were obviously looking over there at the one that had been broken in transit, and they just turned it round so the back was completely open, but the front looked normal.
Yeah, but you've also got the capability to go. I'll ignore that. I'll sing the song.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't do that.
yeah. So
I
that's your plan
th-
for the last 5 shows. Don't get distracted by the candles.
I used to have a choral mistress, Joyce Ellis, and she looked like Ursula from the Little Witch, from the Little Mermaid, not from the Little Witch. She looked like Ursula from the Little Mermaid, like, and she knew that she looked like Ursula as well. She used to make jokes about it. She'd be like, "They based it on me," and she literally talked like that. She's got this great big booming contralto voice, and she used to be like, "Don't fail the distraction test. Eyes on me." She'd have got you. She'd have got you. I tell
I
you
was
that for nothing. She was terrifying. Now it
Love it.
it has been 3 years since Collabro toured, and in a lot of ways, Collabro could just change its name to Share because now you're touring again, and that was your farewell tour. So is this going to be a 30-year farewell tour? What what reason is it that Collabro are back? And how's this tour compared to the previous ones that you've done?
um, I think it probably will be a 30-year thing. Yes. But do you know what? It was after lockdown and everything. People weren't still at that point of coming out to the theaters, all that kind of stuff. We just thought it would be a good idea to kind of just go right. We'll do our own thing for a
Mm,
bit. You know, we'll do what we want to do. There's no pressure. Um, I think as soon as we'd made that decision and done the final tour, we were all kind of like, oh, well, I don't think there's any feeling that would match to what we get when we're on stage together. So I think it's difficult to try and do anything else, um, and b want to do anything different to what we've done. So I think there just came a point where we did an anniversary performance, and I remember clear as anything, we were sat backstage and we just went, "What are we doing? Why are we not still doing this?" So from that point, we just made a plan to come back, do another tour. But I think we've done it. I think we've done it the right way because the thing that we've always loved to do is harmony. So just doing this harmonies tour with just us and a piano, it's kind of made it the perfect comeback. We like absolutely love it. So that's the plan moving forward. What happens with another tour? I don't know. Will it be a piano tour or will it be full tracks again? Who knows? But
I
it's
think you should all do aerial. That's what you should all be doing. Is you should all be doing like Michael could be on the silks, you could be on the hoop.
see,
Um,
I no, see, I would look like a kebab. I don't think that's the right option for me. I can breathe fire actually.
can
He actually
you?
can,
I,
yeah.
I
Can
can breathe
you?
fire. So I'll
I've
I
do.
seen it.
I once did a show where she was a fire swallower. She was the world champion fire swallower, and I accidentally introduced her as a fire breather. And fire breathing is intrinsically very impressive. Like it's incredible because obviously there's this great big stream of fire coming out of your face.
Yeah.
Fire swallowing, not so much. It's quite sedate, actually. And it was out of the evening, considering she was the world champion, it was one of the least enjoyable acts of the night.
Yeah. But what makes me wonder, right? The world champion, what did last place do to get that wrong?
Yeah,
Well,
I was going to say, you can either do it or you can't, can you?
I'm wondering whether, it was just bigger and bigger fires. So she just had to swallow, like, the local town bonfire.
No, but I think it's really good. So, Matt, can you explain, just while we're here, actually, explain how you can put out the fire, or is that like a hidden secret?
It's a breath.
Are you literally...
You just exhale, but obviously with forceful enough that it's gonna put it out. So you can close your mouth around the pardon. You can close your mouth around the flame and breathe, and it'll put it out.
Was that scary to learn? Like, do you burn yourself when you're trying to learn, or?
I think the reason people burn themselves is because they hesitate. If you don't hesitate and you do it. So if you put the flame kind of against straight on your skin, it genuinely doesn't burn. It's the air between your skin and the flame that attracts the heat.
I couldn't do it.
It's easy to learn. I think there's different levels of skill that people have to do it, obviously. But the actual science behind it and everything, it's easy to learn.
Well, if I'm going to advocate, I'm going to say learn fire breathing rather than fire swallowing.
Yeah.
Just as like a show thing, go for the one that's a bit more exciting than...
Save the heartburn.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, I think it's time for a little... Just for anyone listening, Davina's imitating.
I just mimed out what she was doing. She just kind of had a big stick in her hand and went, ooh, da, 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 da,
my
da,
thing
da,
is more
da,
that
da, open her mouth and then it was gone.
It looks like it's on a marshmallow. That's the thing
Yeah.
I want. I'm like, can I eat the marshmallow?
I want the marshmallow.
Right, let's play a game. Matthew, you have... Sorry, I know that's your Sunday name. You're going to have 30 seconds to name as many musical theatre songs. You can just sue our whole set list. Well, actually, no, they're not all musical theatre. But in 30 seconds, name as many musical theatre song titles as you can. So you can go through the whole of Les Mis. You can go through the whole of whatever you want to do. Jersey Boys. Trying to think what else you like. Do you understand the premise?
I understand the premise.
Okay, Davina, over to you.
Ready, steady, go.
Music of the Night, Phantom of the Opera, There's Always Tomorrow, Tomorrow from Annie, Stars from Les Mis, Bring Him Home from Les Mis, Empty Chairs at Empty Tables, On My Own, I Dreamed a Dream, Lovely Ladies, Master of the House, I'll Be There, Pirate Queen, maybe Annie, God, maybe, Why God Why Miss Saigon, I Believe, Book of Mormon,
Done.
Me, but mostly me.
Wow, done. 16.
That's very good.
That's up there. And you were even naming what they were from. No one's done that yet. I enjoyed that though.
Yeah, but I think I could say, I don't know, I'm the best from not a musical.
Yeah.
I think
That's
it's
No, it does help because then we know what you're talking about. Because you could just say maybe, and everyone goes, "Is he unsure of the answer?" Or is he... But that was brilliant. 16. I need to check our leaderboard. I haven't got my little trusty book with me, but I will. That is high. That is very, very good. And you just didn't seem to crack under the pressure like everybody else.
Because I was concentrating and not looking at any candles that are broken.
Oh, yeah. Oh dear.
So you two have known each other for quite a while, 12 years, and I'm only on 9 years. No. I'm the newbie. Fresh out the box.
Gosh, isn't that mad that we've between like I've known you 9 years, you 12. Where's the time gone?
That's a long time. So, but can you tell me one trait in each of the... You can tell that Michael's written this. Can you tell me one trait in each of the boys that you admire? And I'll have one trait that absolutely drives you up the wall, please.
No problem. Okay, I'll start with Tom. Tom is he's got the kindest heart. Um, he's a lovely, lovely lad, and he's so technically minded with music. So he's able to figure out those really intricate harmonies and stuff, and he's there to help anybody in the band. So he's a beautiful person. Um, what does he do that drives me up the wall? Right. Oh, we're in a very, very quiet dressing room, just trying to relax before a show. He's got a Nintendo Switch, and I just wish they had like soft buttons on them rather than the clicky buttons. Infuriating. And he just goes, "Oh, I'm just going to beat this next boss, and then I'll turn it off." Doesn't beat the boss. It's always there.
The other day, he was behind the clothes rail because that's where the plug socket was. And I thought he wasn't in the dressing room. And then I just heard click, 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 click. I was like, oh, there's Tom. Tom's just behind the rail.
Great that you've put yourself behind the clothes rail. It's not a separate room, though, is it? You know what I mean?
Oh, dear.
Jamie Lambert. Jamie is one of the two driving forces of Collabro. He is incredibly business minded, and he obviously doesn't take any rubbish when it comes to dealing with people and all that kind of stuff. So he's been incredibly beneficial for Collabro, and it's just got a great operatic voice as well. It booms out, especially in the cathedrals. It's amazing. What does he do that drives me up the wall? How long have we got?
He's just trying to think of one.
No, I don't think. No, I don't think. Really, can I say that he drives me up the wall? No, I'll have to pass on that. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah,
I was gonna say we need the work.
Michael Olga. I'll come back. I'll see if I can think of one for Jamie. Michael Olga. Again, the other driving force of Collabro. If it wasn't for Michael and Jamie, the band would never have got as far as it did. Michael's accounting brain is stunning. And I think he's kind of I don't know whether you're the mum or the dad of the group, but yeah, he's absolutely fantastic.
I'm the parental figure
that
nobody asked for.
You are the parental figure. But I think that's an incredible trait to have, especially when you're touring all the time and there's so much going on. It's nice to have that calming person on with you. What does Michael do?
Moving on to the next question. We
So
this is a safe space.
It also comes hand in hand with being a really good trait to have. Michael overthinks everything.
What?
But when there's something that should be a 20-second conversation and it takes 3 days.
It's because we have a discussion, then I get sort of outvoted, but I can't handle it. So then I go to Matt and I go, so that thing I got outvoted on, I've still been thinking about it. I'm going to give you 3 more points as to why my way is the right way. And then I need you to change your vote. Thank you very much.
You know what? 10 out of 10 I do as well.
Okay, well, obviously we talked about 12 years in Collabro. Have you got a standout moment?
A standout moment? Yes. I think I think when we did the Act 2 our second tour, we had a lift that brought us out the floor. So we had the big Collabro letters and we had a lift that would bring us up. I think that for me was whoa. That's cool.
I wish I'd appreciated that more, because at the time we just thought, oh, everybody has this, but now we're like, where's the lift? We want the lift back.
Exactly. So I think that's probably a standout moment for me. It was cool to see be on the other side of that, because you do see that so much. So to be able to have that on a tour was amazing. It was either that, or we did a show called Symphony at the Royal Albert Hall, and we did This Is the Moment from Jekyll and Hyde. I think that's the big standout moment for me as well.
Oh, cool.
So you're not just a performer, though, are you, my darling? You are also a producer and promoter yourself up in Newcastle in the Toon. So tell us all about that. Tell us about what's cooking up there in the Toon with you.
So in the Toon, I actually run 2 bars in Newcastle. I've got Purple Peacock, which is it's a show bar. So that's where you see your aerial, your fire, your singers, dancers. So we do a load of different shows. They change every 3 months. But it's also a la carte dining. We do on a Saturday 3 lots of bottomless brunch back to back, and then
wow.
But in each of those you have about 165 people in each one, and then we get a half an hour to turn the venue around. Mental. And then underneath that we've got Country and Coyotes, which is it's a country themed bar. We've got our coyotes that dance on the stage every 15 minutes of every hour. Well, 45 minutes there's a live musician on stage, and then the coyotes come on and it just goes absolutely crazy. So that's it, obviously based on Coyote Ugly. But that's a stunning new bar as well. So if you're ever in Newcastle, you know where to go.
I always found Coyote Ugly really strange, because that was the Can't Fight the Moonlight, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And what a strange choice of song for a show that is about like a high energy, dun 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 dun. Under another sky, gonna be with you, and no one's gonna be like, why is this so slow? Why is this not like, what happened here? Did somebody take a Xanax before they started this? Like, what?
I think so. I mean, we keep away from that one, actually. We do more like the devil went down to Georgia and pour some sugar on me, all that kind of stuff. But,
the devil went down to Georgia is such a good tune.
It's amazing. So we kind of stick to that because we want to keep the party alive. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
I love that. And obviously, you've been working on that now, since Collabro's farewell tour. Do you see yourself more as that sort of manager, or now we're back out on tour, would you say you're a performer? Like if someone stopped you in the street and said, "What do you do?" Where would you place yourself now?
I think I would always still say I'm in a boy band called Collabro. Like I think I would always still say that. I think
cool.
You've seen yourself on this tour. Trying to balance both has been an absolute nightmare.
Matt's on calls in the interval after the show. Like it's so funny. He's trying to order. What was it you were ordering? Certain types of apples for the shop. I was like, this is mad.
Yeah, green apples for me cheese boards when but it's trying to juggle both has been a nightmare, but I love it. But I feel like touring's such a high energy thing anyway. There's a lot of traveling, there's a lot of banter backstage and everything. It's difficult to do that when you're stuck to a laptop trying to order your apples. But I've really enjoyed it, and I'm enjoying doing both. I just think I need 2 brains. I think.
No, you're doing amazing, genuine.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would not want to attempt to do that, because me and my husband ran nightclubs for a long time, and he would be doing 100 hours at least every week. If you're trying to run a venue, because the toilet always breaks, a door's fallen off its hinges, the lights are broken, the fridge is gone. There's
Let alone
always,
the staff.
Oh God, the staff. Not the staff. Jenny, she just called in 30 seconds before her shift to say that she's got diarrhea and she won't be in. You've had diarrhea for 3 weeks, Jenny. You need to be in hospital. You've got dysentery. But it's always the same. It's so hard running a venue. So, tip my teal hat to you. you're still relatively young. You're not, you're not as old as me. Coming towards the end of my career, thank God. The whole world breathes a sigh of relief. What else do you want to achieve in your career, like performing or otherwise? Or is there like a dream that still hasn't been realised that you're like, that's something that before I, retire at what will be for us 78, what is it that you want to achieve?
I think the one thing I always wanted to do was do a show with the boys in Australia.
Mm.
I've always wanted to do Australia. That hasn't happened yet. I've kind of had a bucket list of stuff for touring that we've completed. We've done America, Canada, we've done Japan, Hong Kong, all these amazing places. But I've always wanted to do Australia. So maybe Michael can work that out, and we can get
Okay,
to
I
Australia.
was literally just thinking because I know Cliff Richards just toured Australia, so I'm gonna get on to his tour manager and see what venues he's done. I'll do that now. Everyone's
Yeah,
gonna be going, when can we come to Australia to see you?
it's booked
Our
in.
first album got to number 4 in New Zealand, and
Wow.
we never even promoted it over there. It was mad, but obviously
That's
we're
a fair
12 years
enough.
down the line. Look, Matt, you've been absolutely amazing. Just finally, before we let you go, do you have any guilty pleasures? Like, is there anything that you like to do in your spare time that you don't tell people about? That sounds awful.
Just given where we are politically, I'm like, I don't, I don't know.
It's a very personal
I don't
question,
know.
actually.
I just mean like, obviously Tom has his Game Boy. Like, is there anything
It's
that you
Game
like to
Boy.
do?
How old are you? How old are you? He plays on a Nintendo Switch. It's not a Game Boy.
I don't
Tom's
know.
got his
I
Mega
don't know.
Drive 64.
I love the Mega Drive.
Oh, I used
Oh,
to have a Nintendo 64. Love that.
oh, honestly. Yes, I do. Since I'm gonna say 1996, right? I have never missed an episode of EastEnders ever.
That is true.
I've never missed an episode of EastEnders.
Who's your favourite character?
At the minute, well, Phil Mitchell, always. I just think he's an incredible actor. Um,
Would you
yeah,
be in it?
no,
Oh, okay. I was
I,
going to
I,
try and plug it for you, but
no, no,
let's not
I would
bother.
absolutely love to, but I think my accent, I'm probably more Coronation Street than EastEnders, I think.
Right.
Yeah,
Fair.
Yeah,
yeah.
but
I've got,
yeah,
I know Harriet, who's in it at the moment, and then I also know Bal, who plays Suki. We used to work in a box office together, and one of the things that she said 20 years ago was, I'd really like to be in a soap.
and here we
There
are.
you
And
go.
there she is. She popped up, and I was like, I know you. How do I know you? It took me ages to work it out as well.
That's a bit. Do you know what though? As well, to go from saying I'd love to be in a soap to then going on to have one of the best storylines a soap's ever had.
Yeah,
Like that is amazing.
yeah, yeah. And she was so nice. She's such a lovely, lovely person as well.
Yeah.
Maybe the theatre and industry has destroyed her and she's awful now. But when I knew her, she was lovely.
Yeah. You
Right, I'm
never.
going to finish you off now, Calabro's best member. And we're going to play a little game. And I'm just going to sing a line from a song. And then all you have to do is finish the line. Okay? Stars out in the darkness.
A fugitive running, fallen from God,
Well
fallen
done.
from.
Davina, you mixed the first and the second verse together.
I've got skills.
Give it.
Got skills, you see.
I was like, is he gonna go? Where's he gonna go? But at least you went somewhere. I love
Yeah.
that. So thank you so much, Matt. Tell everyone where they can find you if they're looking for what you're up to on social media or things like that, or anything that you've got coming up that they should know about at the Purple Peacock. This is probably
I
going to go out in about maybe sort of March, April. So
Perfect. I am on Facebook and Facebook alone. We have a load of different shows. Like I say, we've got what?
Just, I thought you were a young person.
In all honesty, I just can't be bothered with it all. You know what I mean? I've got Facebook's enough for me. Um, yeah, Purple Peacock. The shows change every 3 months, so just keep an eye on the website. There's loads of things happening. Bottomless brunch every single Saturday. So if you're up this end, it's a lot of fun. Thank you very much.
amazing. Thank you
Thank
very
you so
much.
much,
And
Matt.
we'll see you on the other side.
See you on the other side. Thank you very much.